Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on the UnCut Report. Our second guest is the Spokane County Treasurer, Rob Chase. Rob, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course, we're going to be joined by Mike for Spokane. So, Rob, what are the main, say, responsibilities or duties of the Treasurer's office?
Well, I ran for treasurer 8 years ago, and I ran as a write-in. I ran partially because I had several people saying, well, the previous treasurer was a Democrat, no one's running against him. And why don't someone step forward and run against him, at least try? So I decided to do that because, it was already the primary. I was watching the votes coming in, and no one was running against Skip Chilberg. And I thought, well, let's see what happens. You only have to get 1% to qualify. If you come in second place, with just a few percent, then you're in the general. So that's what I did. And I felt a little bit, should I be running for this or not? Because I really didn't know what the treasurer did. But the nice thing is nobody else did either. I even had talked to ex-county officials. They didn't seem to know what the treasurer did. So I did run for it, and then I've been in there 7 years now. And so I do know a little bit about the job now and actually what the treasurers did. So hopefully I can convey that, because most of the public still really does not know what the treasurer does. So I did go ahead and put my name in, got enough signatures. I got 2%, so I came in second place. I came in above Donald Duck and none of the above and all my other close competitors. So I qualified, it was top 2 forward in this state. So I was running against Skip Chilberg. Skip Chilberg, real gentleman, by the way. He had been treasurer before for a couple of terms in the 80s. He'd been to several elected offices, and he had never lost. So I don't think he took me very seriously. But I did work very hard for about the next 8 weeks, and I raised $7,000, enough to buy some signs and some palm cards you hand out to people. I spent most of my time in downtown Spokane. I thought, well, that's the center. A lot of people come through here. So in fast food places, I'd leave my cards so people could read them. And having the last name Chase is actually pretty good in downtown Spokane too. I think people thought I was related to Jim Chase, the mayor from the 1980s. So all together, it kind of helped me. And I did come in first place by 2%. So I just barely beat Skip. And talking to some of the people that work there now, they said, well, Skip really was so sure that he was going to win, he didn't even put a sign up. He had won handily before in 2006, but 2006 was actually a Democrat year. So a lot of times it depends on how the president affects everything. It comes right down to the local level, whether it's going to be a Republican or a Democrat year. And fortunately for me, it was a Republican year. But then I got there. I thought, well, what do? I suddenly they handed me the key to the treasurer's office, and before that, I'd never been anything special in my life. I mean, I had trouble getting the key to the restroom at a lot of places, and suddenly here's the key to a place where it's a repository of $1 billion. But I did find out what the treasurer does, and it's a county code office, so you have a treasurer, an assessor, and an auditor, and we all kind of work in tandem together. Now, on the other side of that, you've got a sheriff, and an attorney, prosecuting attorney, and a county clerk, and they kind of work together themselves too. And so it's almost like two separate things. But I have 24 people that work for me, and I got in there and I thought, well, what do I do? Well, I thought when I ran, do I need to be a CPA? And I found out, no, you don't need to be a CPA, because actually I have a CPIM, which is Certified in Production Inventory Management Systems, and it's actually helped me a lot more than a CPA ever would have helped me. So